Everything that we do in the spirit of SANKOFA. It means we have to look back to our past in order to move to the future. So today we're at the True Friends Benevolent Society Hall over on Lesard Street in Donaldsonville, Louisiana. True Friends Benevolent Society was an organization for benevolent reasons. Many African Americans during the time that the society was formed could not get insurance anywhere. And so they pooled their resources together. These benevolent societies would bury the deceased. They would always also pull together to provide health care in times of need. So the Benevolent Society Hall that we're standing in front of for True Friends was a magnificent building.
Everything on the left side, you're all right.
On the left side.
Oh, that one sags.
Wow. Hey, this is my first time coming up here. This is new to me
All
here.
right, now just make sure you stay on top of each step.
Yeah, okay.
So they tell me this is the room where all the business was handled here. So the Benevolent Hall was basic. If the community need help, they can come here and they can talk to that organization. They will help them. They had insurance. They had, loans. They did a lot of things for the community.
This is where the African American community would come because during segregation they just weren't
Right. They didn't have
in
all
other places.
Right. So this was a way to, to help the community.
It was vital.
Very vital. That's why every community had one in those days. I know the Lemonville had one, the A-Bin area had one, and that's the way they used to lock doors in there.
It was a lifeline. It was a means of survival.
Right. And like you say, this was uptown. This was basic, right across the street used to be a burger place, a playhouse that was for our community. We had the swimming pool right here. We had the Grand Theater a block away. A lot of things was here in this block, but this way they came to handle business for our community.
Get a view like no other from up here, huh?
Yeah, when you see the old rice mill from there, you can see part of the back of town.
And what do you see behind me?
And this is what we call the historic downtown Donaldsonville. Lesard Street. And as you can see the old houses that been here for hundreds of years.
Oh, this is some beautiful wood, huh?
Yeah. So this used to be record for record.
Smooth.
That's why they would lock the files up, all the records they would have for.
And myself and my friends would get together and put a little band together. And we put our word of mouth, say, okay, we're gonna have a back to school dance on Saturday night. You're gonna have all the teenagers in the area packed in there. And you charge them 25 cents a piece to come in. And that was the door. It was awesome. I ain't played this thing in such a time. That was the place to be.
Leonard Julian was a 16-year-old high school student in the late 1950s. He and several other musicians from Donaldsonville were frequently hired by booking agents to back Fats Domino and other recording artists when they performed at True Friends Hall.
Those musicians didn't want to bring their whole bands out here from New Orleans because it costed them more money. So what he would do, he would have Henry Leavitt set up some musicians in the local area. So what he would do, he would call some of us and say, hey, look, Fats Domino coming out. Say Saturday coming. Okay, and today is Wednesday. So what do? He'd get us together and say, okay, we're going to have Fats out here. He wants y'all to back him. So what we would do, 4 or 5 of us would get together and we'd practice all of his records.
Gotcha.
Because you got to get on stage and play them verbatim like they're written and like they're recorded.
Sure.
And that's how we would get, I got to do it with
So
Fats
he'd
one
come
time.
in and use a backup band.
A backup band.
Bunch of locals.
A bunch of locals.
Yeah.
And at that time, we had about 7 bands in Donaldsonville. And you had a lot of musicians came out of this area. So it was easy for them to pick up musicians on the local to back up these people like Fats and Ernie Kid Dog.
I could only imagine how much fun that was.
No, that was. It was just awesome being on stage with some of those guys.
Cyphers is fine. It's all cyphers.
My name is Gerald Washington. OG called me Sugar Bear. That's my nickname.
As I understand it, you were in the band, the last band to perform
Yeah.
at Friends Hall.
Band called Phase 2 Band.
And my spot
Right
right
here.
here.
Right here.
Yep, this is my spot right here. Yes.
If you'll be on the stage, you'll be in that corner right there, huh, Ben?
Yeah, but most of the time we should be ground level here though.
Tell me about the memories you have of this place.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful memories, man. Like every weekend, I couldn't wait to get here because I know the Truffin Hall was gonna be wide open and rolling, you know. This whole area, man, was just the place to be. Come out and have a Tootie Burger and come to the Truffin Hall and man, you know.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine it restored to its past glory?
It'd be a beautiful place. I would like that. And I would like to perform here while I'm still living too. If they would restore it. You know,
Yeah.
it would be fun.
Y'all had the place rocking.
Yes, we used to have it rocking. Yes, Phase 2 used to have it rocking.
Yeah, this is where I used to get my hair cut, Mr. Homer Reshaw.
He was the barber.
Yes, sir. Years ago, 78, 79.
Used to have some stories, huh, Bo?
Oh, yeah. And the best talker in town. Was barber, too.
You got your hair cut and current events.
Yes.
We need the revival, we need a renaissance, but by the same token, we have to think in terms of what does this space look like for the future. So we want to save this building in order to not restore its glory, but even empower its glory even more
For future
for
generations.
future generations.
I'd like to see it refurbished and they could make it a Renaissance hall. Because you got bands that come out here and play music if they had a place to go.
It would be tragic if True
Yeah.
Friends was lost forever.
It would be tragic.
So the stories that come out of this building is part of the reason that we need to save this building. The legacy itself are the people who are able to recall those histories and bring this place to life. So in a historic district, such a historic facility would be a great tragedy to be lost.
It must be saved.
It has to be saved. It better be saved. It better be saved because we have a whole generation coming up behind us. And if these kids don't have any semblance of music, which is part of culture, which defines society, if they don't have any semblance of that, what will they have?